My sponsor Rock Bottom is currently running a special deal. Head on over to rockbottomcoins.com and use code Zirksee at checkout for a 30% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over my Madden 20 Base Elite QB predictions. It's usually around this time of the year that I start doing my Base Elite predictions, and I figured why not bring it out now. If you guys want to see more Base Elite predictions, make sure you guys smack the like button down below, and I want to say shout out to Frank the Tank for giving me these custom cards to use for the thumbnail. This is actually custom cards that he made for me quite a while ago, but I figured I could use them for this thumbnail, and then I'm also going to be getting more custom cards made, so that way for the next couple Base Elite predictions videos, I'll be able to have nothing but straight up custom cards to show you guys, and I think they're going to be pretty cool. For this one, I'm going to be going to the auction block and showing you guys QBs in Madden 19, telling you what I think their overall is going to be in Madden 20, but I'm only going to be doing my top 10 QB predictions for Madden 20, so don't get butthurt if your favorite QB is not going to be on this list. Spoiler alert, my favorite QB is not going to be on this top 10 Base Elite QBs Madden 20. It's going to be the top 10, and also, I know there has been some talk about, like, overalls are going to be a little bit different in Madden 20, like, they're going to start off lower to maybe where, like, the highest overall QB is only going to be, like, maybe 85 or something. So if that is in fact going to be what's coming out, then maybe I'll have to remake this one. But of course, they haven't really revealed any overalls or anything yet. So I'm gonna be basing this off of like the Madden 19, you know, highest overall leads and stuff like that. With that being said though, let's get into my basically Madden 20 QB predictions. So first at my number 10 is going to be Philip Rivers. Now he was number 8 in the NFL when it came to passing yards, and he threw 32 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. One of the best and most underrated QBs in my opinion in the NFL, and it's honestly this year I feel like we could have a lot of really high QBs. I think a lot of QBs actually did really good. I'm also going to be putting in honorable mentions at the end of this video because I know some people can be like, well, where's this guy? Honorable mentions. Philip Rivers starting off at number 10. I believe he is probably going to be about an 86 overall. I honestly feel like an 82 overall is really, really low for Philip Rivers, and I think we're probably going to have quite a few high overall, or at least decent overall QBs in Madden 20. So Rivers is going to be an 86 overall. And with Jared Goff coming in at number 9, he had 32 touchdowns and only 12 interceptions, and he had like 4,600 passing yards. I believe he was number 4 in the NFL, so Goff definitely deserves to be one of the higher overall QBs in the game. I don't necessarily think that he's going to be like elite tier, like one of the best QBs, but I'm also going to put Goff at about an 86 overall. I think he could potentially be higher because his stats really did show. I wonder if EA will take a look at the playoffs and kind of see how we did there, and then the Super Bowl versus the Patriots. That's kind of why I have him a little bit lower than maybe some people would have him, just because in my opinion that game versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl, he didn't necessarily play the best, and I feel like EA might take a look at that when it comes to actually giving his rating. But Jared Goff as an 86 overall would be pretty good, and I'm sure a lot of Rams fans would be happy to have him, and then have Todd Gurley, whatever overall he's going to be at the beginning of Madden 20 would be pretty dang good. So next up at number 8 is going to be the comeback player of the year, Andrew Luck. Now, I'm also going to put Andrew Luck at an 86 overall. I took a look at his stats. I took a look at basically everything compared to all the other quarterbacks that I have on this list. I think that he had a very, very good season. I mean, you can even compare him to, like, Jared Goff. Honestly, Goff looked statistically like he did have the better season. Now, there's a lot you have to take into it. Just how much was it just strictly the quarterback, and how much was it the rest of the team? And I feel like Andrew Luck really elevated that offense. Obviously, Eric Ebron helped him out, T.Y. Hill and Marlon Mack emerging. I'm going to put Andrew Luck as an 86 overall. I honestly feel as though he could be slightly higher. Like, Andrew Luck could potentially be, depending on how EA wants to do it, an 86 overall, or they could jump him up to, like, 88 overall. It really depends on what they want to do. But personally, I think I would rate Luck either an 86. You could go 87, honestly, and I wouldn't be mad at all. But I'm going to put Andrew Luck at 86 just because I feel like the 87 overall QBs are kind of more established. Obviously, Andrew Luck coming back off injuries. He's definitely an established QB, but I feel like the 87 overall just had a slightly better season. But Andrew Luck is definitely one of the best QBs in the NFL. So I actually can't find Matt Ryan's base elite, but Matt Ryan is going to be my number 7 QB, and I believe he's going to be an 87 overall quarterback to start. He actually had like an incredible season. He had like 4,900 passing yards, I think 35 touchdowns, 7 picks. That is honestly really good, and I feel like some people might underrate Matt Ryan and not without even taking a look at the statistics, but I'm going to put him an 87 overall. This is kind of what I'm talking about with like the Andrew Luck situation. I feel as though Matt Ryan's stats just kind of look better. I mean, a 5-to-1 touchdown ratio, definitely pretty dang good. And number 3 in the NFL in passing yards. I'm going to go with Matt Ryan as an 87. I don't think it'd be higher than that, honestly, because you take a look at the list of the other QBs I still have to talk about. I think 87 overall is honestly like perfect for Matt Ryan. Coming up next is going to be Big Ben. Now, Ben honestly did not have the best season when it comes to touchdown to interception ratio, but he did lead the league in passing yards. So that's the reason why I'm going to put Big Ben in 87 overall. I'm very curious to see how this season is going to go, though, in Pittsburgh without Antonio Brown, with Juju Smith-Schuster as the number 1 receiver. I'm honestly extremely curious to see how that's going to go. But Big Ben, based off his stats for 2018, I am going to put him at an 87 overall QB. And like I said before, if there's another 87 overall QB like Matt Ryan, you could switch him around, whatever, if you want to rank them like that. This is just strictly going off overalls. I think Matt Ryan technically did have a better season to me because the touchdown interception ratio was much, much better. Passing yards wide, though, Big Ben, he led the league in yards. EA tends to like him. I think he's probably going to get about an 87 overall. So another person with a 35 touchdown to 7 interception ratio is going to be Russell Wilson. Now, he wasn't even like a top 10 in terms of passing yards QB, but to have a 35 and 7 touchdown ratio and now be one of the top passing QBs, kind of cool, I guess. And of course, that's because of his rushing ability, what he brings to that Seahawks team, the newest, highest paid QB in the NFL, Russell Wilson. He was an 87 overall, basically in Madden 19. I feel as though he'll probably carry that into Madden 20, and I would not be shocked. And I hope that his speed is a little bit higher on his Madden 20 card, because if that's the case, Russell Wilson, again, could be one of the better QBs, just kind of like how the gameplay went in the beta. If he has like that, what's that one ability? I'm trying to think of the ability where, like, when you're behind the line of scrimmage, you can just scramble really quickly and get away from, like, pass rushers. If Russell Wilson has that, he'd be definitely one of the better quarterbacks in the game. Now, coming in at number 4 is going to be Drew Brees. I think some people might think I have him a little bit too low. The reason I have Drew Brees so low, quote-unquote low, he's an 88 overall. I know he was an MVP candidate, and he was probably number 2 in MVP race, but the reason why I have him so low at only number 4 instead of higher is strictly because I feel as though at the end of the season, he really wasn't performing up to his MVP caliber, and then also, like, sometimes they would chuck it deep, they would have Taysom Hill in there because Drew Brees just doesn't have that sort of arm strength anymore, so I think he's going to be probably an 88 overall. It's still an upgrade from his Madden 19 rating. And pocket QBs actually are not that bad in Madden 20. In my personal opinion, though, I still think scrambling QBs are always going to be the move in Madden. But Brees definitely is going to be a solid card, and I hope he gets some solid spin move for what he did. 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Aaron Rodgers. Definitely was another very, very solid season. And for that reason, I'm putting Rodgers right here at an 89 overall. Now, in Madden 20, or Madden 19, the highest overall basically in general was an 89 overall. I am going to put Rodgers right here. I think he deserves to stay here. He had an incredible season. Aaron Rodgers, definitely one of the best QBs in the NFL. Could he come back this season, have an even better season now they have a new head coach? I'm pretty curious. I've been seeing some reports about Aaron Rodgers and how he's not going to make as many audibles. Curious to see how that's going to work out. Rodgers, though, 89 overall. Now, next up at quarterback number 2 is going to be Tom Brady. He actually came into this game with only an 88 overall. Kind of surprising. He wasn't, in fact, an 89. A little bit interesting there. But I'm going to put Tom Brady at an 89 overall. Same overall as Aaron Rodgers. Obviously proved once again, I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. I think Tom Brady honestly probably has another 3 years. I'll say Tom Brady has 3 years left. Maybe you'll prove me wrong and play like 5 more years. But Tom Brady, I'm going to put him at 3 more years. He's going to be an 89 overall. Obviously won the Super Bowl. Definitely deserves it year after year. Just proves everybody wrong. It's Tom Brady, quarterback number 2. And I think you guys probably know he's going to be number 1. And of course, number 1 is going to be the NFL MVP of the year, Patrick Mahomes. He came into this year with a 78 overall. I am going to put him, and I think this will be the first time probably ever that this happened, at an 89 overall. That means there would be 3 QBs at an 89 overall. Now, you could actually make the case to say, maybe they'll go to 90 overall and Patrick Mahomes would be a 90, but just basing on Madden 19, there were no 90 overall base leads at the beginning of the year, so I'm going to put Patrick Mahomes as an 89. I think Rodgers, Mahomes, and Tom Brady all deserve to be 89 overalls. The 3 best QBs in the NFL. I don't even really think that one's debatable. I think they're probably the 3 best QBs in the NFL. Mahomes, Brady, and Aaron Rodgers, all 89 overall. You can put them at 1, 2, 3, wherever you want, but I feel like Mahomes definitely deserves to be number 1. And in my opinion, probably going to be the best quarterback, the funnest quarterback to use. And Madden Ultimate Team 2, we get like a Michael Vick or something because this dude is going to have crazy abilities. Obviously, you guys know he has the throw power. Even on his 78 overall card, he had 88 throw power. That's pretty dang good for his 78 overall QB. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you did, smack the like button, subscribe, and comment. Let me know down below your top 10 list and the overalls of the players. Please do not get butthurt if I didn't put your favorite player on here. Honorable mentions, I'll say this. 3 QBs I think could potentially be within the 86 overall range. I think it's a little bit of a reach for maybe 2 of them. The 2 I think could be a reach, Baker Mayfield and Dak Prescott. I don't think Dak, honestly. I think Baker, if you wanted me to give you my prediction, I think Dak Prescott probably be an 83. I think Baker Mayfield probably an 83 as well, and then Cam Newton. He didn't have the best season. I have high hopes for him this year to return after his shoulder surgery. I really like Cam Newton. I hope that he does great and has an amazing year. I just don't think it'd be at least an 86 overall like all the rest of the QBs on this list are. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, smack the like button, subscribe, and comment. Let me know down below what position you guys like to see me do next. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.